a full-on panic attack, and instead of being understanding, he's just
like,
why don't
hey,
you
that's
stop being a
cool.
wuss? Man up.
I'm gonna go
Let's
follow this guy who I think is a terrorist real quick.
I don't know what we were rolling against, but
really
my notes
relatable.
say 19 hits, 2 does not. So I don't
What's up, everybody?
Oh, have we been on?
Oh yeah, this whole time. We've been talking about your
The
older
entire
shit
time
dogs
we
this
were
whole time.
talking about Grimfrost bullying people, we were, mics were
Well,
hot.
hello, everyone.
at all.
What's up,
Dang it.
everyone? Welcome back. If you can't
Hi.
tell, we are in chaos mode already, and we're just getting started.
Sure are.
It has been a hot minute since we've been here live due to traveling schedules and conventions and all kinds of things, but we can get into that. But yeah, we are back here. We're ready to play and figure out what happened. Real quick, let's do just a quick rundown of announcements of you guys, where you're at, what's coming up, projects, etc. Ty, you kick us off.
If you can't tell by the clever editing, Crash and I are in the exact same room, sitting next to each other.
What?
Hi.
Okay, on stream.
That is the weirdest thing I've ever
We're both here for GalaxyCon. We're both also
you
at
doing,
Gen
North
Con
Carolina?
next week, but she will be with Misty Mountain Gaming. I will be there with Sheep Inc. in Artist Alley. So
Oh, cool.
yeah, so that's the next 2 events for me, and then I actually have a break. Yeah.
For once.
Yeah, for once I cosplay. I play Binks. She's a tiny, chaotic little squirrel.
Yeah.
Crash. Since you're basically in the same frame, we'll have you go next.
I also cosplay and do makeup. I don't play a squirrel, but I play
Imagine if you did.
Right? Hey, wild shape is always a possibility. True polymorph. But I play a tiefling artificer named Portia. And like I said, I'm going to be at Gen Con with Misty Mountain next week. But for now, we are at GalaxyCon. So you should come on down. It's really fun. And we can give you dice. I can make them roll awful. Ty can make them roll great. You can only pick one of us.
Mm-hmm. You have to gamble your bets because you have to also remember that if she happens to roll high, it's the one time I roll low.
True.
Ooh.
So be careful.
Yeah.
And I'm ready to play some freaking
I also
D&D.
brought the Vex Money Fan. It's not only for my Vexalia costume, but Vexy the rat who blesses everything did get a hold of it a few nights, which means when people buy dice, I pull the fan out, clack it open, and just get some air on them.
I brought my fan too. Mine is cursed though.
Yeah, hers is cursed.
Mine makes you roll single digits.
Larissa, what are you up to?
Well, I also cosplay, but I don't do makeup because I am not skilled in that way. But I actually got to meet Ty in person at San Diego this last weekend, and it was great.
Nice.
And she sold me some liquid core dice from Misty Mountain Gaming that are purple with golden
Yes.
because they were perfect for Aylin. And then I don't really have any conventions coming up for the rest of the year, so I'm going to focus heavily on streaming. I say that now, and we'll see. But I will be doing a belated charity birthday stream over on my Twitch channel on Saturday, August 5th, and it will be benefiting Adopt a Classroom because teachers already have way too much on their plates. They're underpaid, underappreciated, and a lot of the times when they buy school supplies, they unfortunately have to come out of their own pocket. So Adopt a Classroom helps donate money to teachers in schools so that way they don't have to use the very little money they get just on supplying their classrooms for the kids. That's all I got.
Misfit did that once, and she raised like a few $100s and was super happy because she also put together a little backpack. She put together a little backpack for all the kids, so she got to give them water bottles in there too.
Oh, fun!
It was super cool. It was a good charity run. Mike, what are you up to, my dude?
The same thing you're up to, Pinky. I don't have a whole lot. For those of y'all who don't know, it's your boy, the Hype Magna Mike, and I'm saying this now. I'm gonna officially bring back the title. I am a charity exclusive content creator. September, I'm officially coming back because Rob finally convinced me. Because in August, Misty Mountain's doing a whole Extra Life Tabletop Appreciation Week, going above and beyond, including a Wednesday game that Larissa and I are both in that I'm super stoked about. Don't have a lot going on, but since, you know, Rob knows that the other 3 people in that game are cosplayers and I am not, I guess will be doing my first official cosplay. I'm like super nervous about it, but I'm gonna give you guys a little preview of what this is because my boy, Stay at Foam Dad. All right, this guy is a master, a literal master foamsmith. He won competitions, an Extra Life competition he won, but I commissioned him to work on a weapon, and I'm just gonna keep it fuzzy, but I'll let you figure out what it is.
It's pretty sick.
Super stoked.
If you guys have seen my Vi gauntlets, he is the same guy that created my Vi gauntlets.
He made the Vi gauntlets. He did his last one. The one he won that cosplay contest was Clawbringer from Tiny Tina's Wonderland. Dude's an absolute badass. Check him out on Instagram. Stay at Foam Dad. Absolutely awesome.
Tell him he needs to break that axe in a couple more pieces.
Stop it.
Papa Bear, what you got going on, my guy?
All right, hey everybody. I play Grim Frost, the human sorcerer. Next week I'll be, and this is just for fun. I'm not a guest or anything, but next week I'll be at Star Trek Vegas. So hanging out, being a nerd there all weekend. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Wait, you're a nerd?
Yeah, he's a Star Trek fan.
Only on the weekends.
Okay, that's fair. And me, as Mike had already briefly talked about it, we are running an Extra Life game on August 16th right here. I think other Rob is doing something earlier in the week, and there might be other people participating. Our goal is to raise $1,000 over the course of a week, and I know that we can probably crush that out of the water. But I have this nice D100 here that has all kinds of spicy options that you guys can donate to roll and add to the chaos. Just to give you a little tidbit, there's going to be 4 players from different planes of existence, different timelines, and they are all being scooped up into one arena. And they are competing as entertainment for a god's birthday party. And there's going to be some crazy stuff thrown at them. They're going to be powered up temporarily. There may be a Tarask showing up. I don't know. As I told Mike, my one goal is I'm going to murder him. So, but no.
So I need everybody to donate as much as possible so that we can keep healing. We need heals, constant heals, because like every 5 turns that Rob has, I'm dead. So we got to keep those coming in.
It won't be that bad, but it's gonna be. The big thing is it's gonna be a lot of fun. We are teaming up with 2 people from Gut Punch RP, 2 people that are close friends of mine, Bodani Italic and Shield Maiden Cosplay, are both coming over, and actually they're streaming one of their D&D games currently as well. I popped over and said hello for a little bit, but yeah, I highly recommend checking them out as well. Great people. Love supporting all my friends and all of their ventures that they go through. So, as far as announcements for the channel goes, I wasn't given anything specific, but I was able to update the title myself, so that's a win. Because I was like, oh yeah, I don't have the option in this tool. I was using the wrong tool. But yeah, it's good. Mini painting happens on Thursday nights. Fridays, I think something is coming soon, but it hasn't been officially announced. Saturdays is Wild Beyond the Witchlight. And Monday is the Call of Cthulhu game. And I think this Tuesday, Rob just started playing Red Dead Redemption 2 during the day in preparation for some Western roleplay content coming soon. But yeah, that's all the announcements I got, and I hope you guys are ready to play some D&D because I've been like pseudo prepping for the past 2 weeks, and I'm like I'm just about ready for anything you guys can throw at me. So
can confirm
for anything.
Try me.
Okay, I'll take that as a threat.
Hitting the squirrel.
Grimfrost, are you doing our recap tonight?
Yeah, I'll give it a shot here.
I forgot we went through everybody because I rolled a dice and was like Larissa, and then Larissa's like, no, I think Mike, and then Mike's like, no, I think Grimfrost. Yeah, I think Papa Bear should.
No, what actually happened is I started to feel like some anxiety coming on about doing it, and then Grimfrost came in and was like, "Yo, shut up, get out of here, I'm doing it." Spoiler alert.
I do have two. I got pants.
I've written physical notes.
All right. Are you ready for the recap?
Let's do it.
I guess
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so previously on Spelljammer, we arrived. We met up with Ryder's one of Ryder's relatives. We found out there was this competition that was really important to him, and like the good friends we are, we all decided to join the competition for our own reasons, and Portia being very intelligent, very intuitive, like she was really wanted to win. I know myself, I just kind of wanted to test my limits, that type of thing. So we're in the competition, and the names I'm not sure on. There's throughout the game we were all kind of confused on who was working with who, but throughout the competition, there was ups and downs. Grimfrost had no idea what he was doing throughout most of it, but was able to kind of squeak through. And me in particular, my competitor just was freaking out, had a lot of anxiety, couldn't keep it together. And I tried to motivate him, but he freaked out instead. And my motivation backfired, and he quit the competition. So I end up doing it by myself. Now between everybody else, Portia and Ryder, competition was very stiff. It was very heavy. It was much closer. Now, during the competition, I noticed that the person I was working with may have had some ties or some knowledge to the group that kidnapped my daughter. So I followed him. I left the competition completely. I followed him throughout the alley. Not very smart, but I'm in an emotional state. It's my kid. I'm going to go find out what's happening. So I chased him through the streets. I chased him down the alley. He disappears before I can really get any information out of him. I do see shadowy figures. I do pick up a little trinket they left behind, and now I've got that in my pocket. So, back to the competition. The winner turns out to be Ryder. I believe Ryder was the winner. Pretty sure.
Yes.
Okay, so the winner turns out to be Ryder. Grimfrost makes something just horrible, but everybody's nice about it, and nobody really gives me a hard time about it. And after the competition, we go back, we relax, and we prep for our next move, which is we find out there might be some more information in the mountains as far as where my daughter's being held. I think that's the meat and potatoes of it.
The meat and the potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So as you guys are sitting there wrapping up the night, getting ready to go in for, a nice rest of an evening, you are approached from behind. A female voice says to you, "Hello, Ryder. It's been a while."
Good too.
I assume I recognize this voice very well.
It's a kind of a raspier, worn female voice, but you do recognize it. It rings a bell.
It probably rings a very, very not so happy bell. I know who it is. So I hear it. I slam my hands down on the table. I wheel around and straight cold cock that person square in the jaw.
Roll me a hit dice.
Chilling.
I hope my pre-show guess is right.
It's 15.
15 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
It's
When you said it's
ex-girlfriend.
when you said it's a worn voice, and now that you're punching, I'm just picturing the little lady from SpongeBob. Just, I remember chocolate.
Chocolate.
Always hated it.
chocolate.
What's he selling?
That's here I got it.
Oh,
I think that might be.
I'm just using my fist, so it's a 4.
A 4 as
it's a lot.
you
Arm strike.
you make just a fist
That is
and you just
powerful.
start
You
just
get
clock
fired
this voice out, knocks the person out cold, and they fall straight backwards.
And through my teeth, I'm gonna stand up, just hands bared to my side, and as just years and years of anger start to ooze out, I just say, "Hello, mother."
Was that
Was that the guess, Larissa? Was that the guess?
No, I said it was like an ex-girlfriend.
Her voice is so high pitched, it's clipping the mic.
I just took a video of the note she just put in to send you all. What else am I gonna write?
Ryder's lost his mind. He's just randomly punching people.
Poor mother.
You'll understand in a minute.
Will I?
Yes.
Okay.
So as you're standing over your unconscious mother,
Sentence.
right? What are you doing now? What's everyone? How's everyone taking that reaction?
Right now, like with whatever drink she has, just kind of. Waiting for something to be explained.
Binks is wherever she's been put, just not moving asleep. Occasionally you're like, is she breathing? Is breath coming out of that tiny body?
Okay, good.
I kneel down next to the mother and check for her pulse and look up, and it's like, what happened?
At least you know your mom's alive, and that's one way to greet her.
Ryder, who's that?
That would be my dear mother Heidi. Everybody, meet useless sack of crap that gave me birth.
Grimfrost is just speechless. He's got his mouth open, and he just has no word.
Is this like a normal in your family?
This was me keeping to my word. She's lucky she's just unconscious, because I said a hell of a lot worse if I ever saw her again.
Are you insinuating that you would murder your mother? In a public space?
Oh, yeah, in a heartbeat.
Portia just kind of looks at Grimfrost, like aghast.
You hear a tiny little, somebody murder.
Go back to bed.
See, all right, here. Let me try and quell some of the shocked faces and just absolute disbelief at the moment. This woman right here was one of the most renowned blacksmiths on Ironhold, right? You saw my uncle, right? Go about 2 tiers above that. That's where she was. Okay? Kicking ass.
A little closer to me.
Sure. So, kicking ass, taking names. Dad goes off to go help with whatever he was working on. Never really got the full story on that. We find out he was killed. This woman decides to find all of her solutions in the bottom of a bottle. We lose the house. We lose the shop. We have absolutely nothing. So she decides, ooh, how do I put this in a kind way? The best way to earn money is in a horizontal fashion, and just kind of forgot I exist. So I told her a long time ago that if I ever saw her again, I would toss her into a volcano. Specifically that one, way over there.
Hey, Portia, I'm gonna go back to sleep. That was not what I was expecting.
Please do. I mean, I think a grown woman is well within her right to go on sexual escapades. But you punched her.
While abandoning children? Anyway, not going to get into the semantics of it. Yes.
It also makes children.
So you're saying there could be more riders out there?
I hope not.
Okay, first off, only one of its kind. Secondly, totally warranted.
So Grimfrost stands up, kind of sensing the tension. I think this calls for drinks. What do you say? Let's have some drinks, guys.
I think drinks are what got us into this mess.
Have milk.
Only had 2.
So we just go and
definitely need more.
leave her there.
Oh yeah, she's fine. Her employer, I guess, will come pick her up at some point. I'm not worried about it.
DM, if I look around, has anybody paid this entire debacle any mind? Do people seem concerned that a man just punched a woman's lights out?
So
No.
people noticed it happen, but
Step up.
it being in a dwarven city during the festival times, people are just like, it happens. That's old Miss Murdoch. But while you're looking around, you do see a small gaggle of dwarves kind of walking your direction, not necessarily like at you guys, because they're just kind of along the street.
I don't think I picked up. I ignore it.
Okay.
I just wanted to know. Not my circus, not my monkeys.
Fair.
I don't
So-
actually know where I was left, so just assume that I'm actually not there, which is why I'm just sitting quiet.
You could just be on my backpack.
Oh, okay. She's gonna jump down and gently, like, push the woman on her side because she's like, I don't know why she's out, man. Maybe she's drunk. We don't want her to, choke. So she's just gonna flip her over on her side.
Ryder punched her.
What?
That's apparently his mother.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
You good, man?
Oh, I'm great. I feel amazing.
That's sinister.
Yeah, well, I got a lot of childhood trauma, I guess. I don't know. Been drinking since we got on the land.
That's just having a childhood.
Yeah, I could have told you that, man.
I don't know, but let's get to the important stuff. I think tomorrow we need to focus on supplies because I feel like we got enough information to go up into that mine over there, and I don't think we're ready just yet.
And kind of off in the distance, you hear another voice start talking and says,
It's like 100% full.
"Now, Ryder, is that any way to treat your mother?"
It's his second mother!
It's a family
It's
reunion.
his mom's pimp.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, boyfriend!
Who did I recognize this fellow? I assume.
You definitely recognize the voice, and
Oh, please have a brother.
as he gets closer, you definitely recognize the face as well.
The one you sent me earlier.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So again, I stand up without punching this particular individual, and I look at him dead in the face, and go, Calder. Not so happy to see you either.
Former lover.
You guys can look down to see Banks just very slowly just go,
World star.
yeah.
Portia kind of leans over to Ayland and kind of like nods when you say former lover. She's like, boyfriend. Has to be.
I hope so.
Calder looks down at your mother, and he kind of like points and gives a little snap, and two of the guys that are traveling with him start helping your mother up and making sure she's awake, kind of splashing some water on her, making sure she's all right. And Calder kind of steps up to you, just squares up, not being aggressive but not being submissive either. You're kind of overwhelmed with a sense of surprise, nostalgia, a little bit of hatred and regret. And he's like, after all this time, I'm kind of surprised to see you back here, just in the open, in the streets of Casamoon. But I do have to say, thank you for what you did. It's the least I can do.
Yeah, you thought I'd still be in prison, right? Still locked up for covering for you?
No. Me and the boys, we were trying to, arrange a plan to get you out, but, money kind of comes first.
Yeah. So, after a good 11 months, constant starvation, daily tortures, all this other stuff, I'm just supposed to be happy you're here.
You're being kind of a prima donna. Let's let bygones be bygones. Let me take your mom back, make sure she's okay. Get some food and get her taken care of, and we can talk this out. If there's anything that I can do for you to kind of repay that debt, I most definitely will.
Cool. Okay. I like where we're going with this. Let's say hold on. Anybody got a pencil? Takes the pencil from Portia. Thank you, Portia. Takes the Portia from the Portia and zooms off angrily. It just starts to scribble on his hand. Go, all right, yeah. Carry the 1. Okay. So I'm thinking about 1,000 gold for every day I spent in jail for you. So that's 30 days in a month, 11 months before Tarto got me out. Oh, but yeah, somebody else got me out. Hence why I'm here. So yeah, that is a butt ton of gold.
Well, I can see what I can do to get you the gold, but you know how the whole process is back in the gang, There's, hierarchy, people, we gotta get paid. Maybe we can do some more job. Maybe I can turn you on to a job and, you can have the full cut of it.
Or, hear me out, you just give me what I'm owed for covering for your butt, because if I recall, that wasn't the only problem I solved for you. There is an absolute laundry list of problems I solved for you. And then I got pinched in your name. So you just take that money. Me and my friends are going to go handle our business, and then we're going to leave.
Well, I would love to be able to do that for you, Ryder. But, all that time that you spent off, in prison and, going to school, who was here taking care of your mom? I was.
Apparently the town.
Ryder.
I'm sorry, is this a family member? Former lover?
No, you guys remember I told you I got into a rough crowd after my dad had died. It's that whole confession thing I had on the ship because I didn't want the tree to tell you guys anything and make you all hate me.
To a word that the tree said.
Okay, well maybe everybody else remembers. This is the one of the higher ups in that gang. It's actually the reason why I went to
excuse
prison.
me. I'm not one of the higher ups. I am the higher up.
We heard of you. What's your name?
My name is... What was it?
You can't even remember.
He's so valuable. Got so many.
My name is Calder Greystone.
Oh, Mr. Greystone, have you heard of the apex predator, the squirrel?
Ironically, I have. Very vicious.
Yeah.
And very stealthy, I might add. Could I interest you in, maybe some contract work?
You have a terrible personality.
I can't read.
We are looking at it exactly like this in tandem.
I assure you, you don't need to read. Let me just ask you this. Do you like gold?
We have plenty, but apparently you owe our friend a considerable sum.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like killing?
I mean, I
Not necessarily.
I see a target directly in front of me.
She does.
I assure you, I'm no target. I'm just, an entrepreneur.
Hey, when did I get this minigun?
Portia kind of shows you hers.
How many are in his entourage? Just out of curiosity.
There are 5 total.
5 including him?
Yes.
Okay.
Ryder, is this guy going to be a problem?
I sure hope he's not, but that's completely up to him.
Does he need to go on a trip?
Extended vacation.
Ah.
I'm afraid we haven't quite given you the honor of knowing our names, though.
I'm sure. Like, if you're hanging out with my good pal Ryder here.
Engineer.
Shake our hand, man. Just shake our hand.
He reaches out and shakes your hand.
Binks goes to shake his hand too, and whenever he reaches out to do it, she goes and slaps it away.
Does the snail some stupid shit like that.
You know, quick with your hands, I see.
Right.
You know, I'm sure I could find, you know, some great work for you all, if you so choose.
Oh, unfortunately, this wouldn't be my commission work. You would be having the honor of working for us.
Oh, you know, I take lots of jobs. I'm sure I could probably pencil you guys in. What did you have in mind?
Well, if you owe our friend some money, we'd be quite interested in you accruing that sum.
Now look, there is no binding contract stating that I owe him any money. All he has done is ask me for money at this point.
Portia kind of shoulders the gun on her back to make the butt of it more visible.
The tiny,
And she just keeps smiling.
The tiny little cell phone has been out this whole time, and suddenly you hear a very clearly edited together of, there is a binding contract.
TikTok edit. Binks would.
Roll me a intimidation.
Which one?
You.
Me? Oh boy.
Brandishing a weapon like that?
I mean, yeah. I do enjoy having a gun in Dungeons and Dragons.
That's fair.
Boy, oh boy, do I love gun. Let's see.
Do you want him?
Ah!
That was not.
Sorry. There we go. Okay, 15.
Alright. So he sees your gun, he acknowledges it, and he's like, look, I'm not here to fight. All I heard was Ryder was in town. I came.
You're not here to fight, and yet you've brought an entire entourage. That's very cute.
I'm an important person.
We're also not here to fight, even though I've brought one who's more than capable.
I'm just going to put a hand on Portia's shoulder and go, just so that only her and I can hear, I'm going to go, thank you, but I have a feeling. Let me try something real quick. Worst case scenario, you take the 3 on the right, I'll take the other ones on the left.
Make it 4 and we have a deal.
Can I
Perfect.
start hide? Because I would love a chance at some point to try to pickpocket one of these people.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a stealth.
Yeah, something.
My
You
stealth.
need little.
Well, then we'll use the baby one.
Little boys.
Oh, that was a 1.
After he's saying, "Oh yeah, the apex predator is quite stealthy," so I
just like walking and like bumping into his leg, repeat like, you know.
Like, don't worry about it.
That's poetic.
I'm just scent marking, man. I'm the top predator.
Like a cat with just rub it.
You find my hair weeks.
Calder, there's probably something else you can do. Because I know the rats are everywhere on this moon. All right? 2 things. A, what do you have in your fleet right now that isn't being used?
Yeah, we got kind of attacked by some astral elves a few months back, and they pretty much sent most of the fleet out after that. I mean, there's good money in mercenary work, as you know. So unfortunately, we don't really have anything available.
All right. Here's the deal. I will consider lowering the amount that I believe you owe me for the time I did in prison for you. All right? We're working on something that involves those astro elves. Hopefully the end game is just an absolutely enormous butt whooping. But we have some business we have to settle here that involves my friend's daughter. Something about some little cult that's deep down in the mines. Get me whatever information you can to try and help us out on that. That information plus, we'll say, about, I don't know, 10,000 gold. We'll call it square. We'll do our business, and we'll get out the door.
He kind of steps back and he's like, I knew you were a man of negotiating. That's you always take advantage of the situation, and that's what I can really appreciate about you. I do know a little bit about a cult down in the mines. I have a little bit of information that I'm willing to give you, but I don't think I'm going to give you any money. As you know, you haven't earned it. Consider it payment for, giving your mom room and board and food over her head for the last, how many years was it?
I was just kind of,
not to mention
grit.
A shoulder to cry on.
Yeah, you're just a bleeding heart over there. I get it. Look,
there was no written contract for you to do so.
Yeah, man, no one asked you to.
There's not, but
Portia is looking a little weird right now.
He's he goes on to assure you, he's like, oh no, there was no contract. I did this solely out of the, I want to say the kindness of my heart. Her husband had just recently.
A writer is willing to cut down the value of what you owe him out of the kindness of his, simply for information. Surely you know that they come from a very loving family.
Again, miss.
And you wouldn't take advantage of it. That seems quite selfish to me, and quite stupid. And you call yourself a scientist,
a
blacksmith.
Just say, you're putting yourself in the middle of someone else's family, I mean, like, a different squirrel tried to do that once, and my Uncle Gary just, was not having it, man. Like, this, you did something, it was your choice, but, just remember I'm standing between your legs and I have a minigun.
No, I assure you, miss. I'm not.
I'm going to say that to random people. Just know, I am between your legs with a minigun. I'm always 8 miles away. I am 300 meters away and advancing rapidly. Just
I'm not putting myself in the middle of a family squabble. I've grown quite fond of Heidi, and we are actually in a relationship, and I've been taking care of her in more than one way. So
look, the relationship you have with my mother has nothing to do with me. You hired me to handle that issue. Somebody ended up dead, and I never got paid. There was a contract that was never fulfilled, and I kept up my end.
Sir,
I'll take the information about what you know in the mine and from that job.
I didn't hire you. That was Thorin back in the day. You and I were the same rank. I had no say over it. You just did it.
So you're just going to let the honor of the rats be tarnished because you're not going to pay somebody who did a damn good job and finished it for you?
We got paid.
What is Calder currently wearing? I'm curious.
Some casual, comfy clothes with a little bit of armor built in. Think of it, he's basically a gang leader, that runs enforcement, protection across the city from other gangs, pirates.
You're the kind of guy to wear his wealth. Does he have
not really,
or jewelry?
Not really any jewelry or anything like that. He has some brandishings of the group that he's with of the Iron Rats, but nothing that's absurdly flashy.
But does he have anything on?
I mean, we could say he has, a ring of some sort.
While they're talking, I would like to cast Heat Metal, which immediately burns him if he is wearing it.
Okay.
I would like to cause harm to this man.
All right. So as that ring
about it, click something on my arm guard, and it sends a little spark toward his ring, and it glows red hot around his finger.
I like to
and if he wants to attempt to take it off, he can, but it is going to harm him.
I like to think that as Portia does that and Binks begins to notice that reaction, you watch Binks like pull out some of the nuts and bolts she's stolen off of Portia and just starts putting them in his shoes, just like, yes,
You are so brilliant!
So he feels the ring heat up, and he does go to try and take it off.
He still takes 5 damage immediately, so I'm gonna roll that if you don't mind.
Yeah.
It's as soon as it touches him.
Yeah.
And you don't have to roll a save for it. I love this spell.
Dear God.
Heat metal is a wild spell.
Whew. That's
No bad.
it's fine. 6 points of fire damage to his hand.
All right. So he takes it. He's kind of freaking out a little bit, and he's got a circle like burn mark all the way around his finger in the shape of that ring.
I'm just gonna hold my hand up and go, that's enough. The information's fine. Go get me what you need. Come back here, or what you can get. Come back here tomorrow.
Oh, I don't need to go anywhere. I can tell you right now. The cult that's down in the group is, I wouldn't call it a cult. They're not really that organized. It's some dwarves that used to work for the mining agency that they discovered chaos ore down there, and it changed them. It changed the way they think, almost made them feral. And there's been this shadowy figure that has been seen coming in and out. No really discerning features because he just kind of like exists. But that's all that I know that's down there. The mines have kind of been inoperable since they discovered that chaos ore and they noticed people started getting sick. But if you're looking for your daughter, that might be a good place to look.
What would you estimate as their numbers?
You don't really see too many of them come out of there. Maybe 1 or 2 at a time, getting some food stock, some alcoholic beverages occasionally, but they usually just bring a cart and take whatever back. But it's not very often.
So less than 10?
I mean, that's probably a safe bet.
I just kind of look back at Grimfrost and try to get a feel off of him if that's enough, if he's good with that information, or if he wants to ask anymore.
This is the best lead we've got so far. We know we've got to go in those mines. It's just a matter of getting ready for it.
All right, Calder. We're done here. I don't need anything else, and you need nothing else from me.
I do have a question for you, though. That Astral Elf attack, are they still harvesting planets, or is it anything else? Anything new that we maybe haven't heard?
They didn't really say anything about harvesting plants. They were more of, it seemed, concerned about attacking our fleet and trying to take whatever, armaments they could get from Ironhold.
Okay, thank you.
And they kept asking for old Topola, and saying that she had maps of some system of space we haven't really heard of, but
Is Topola here still?
Oh yeah, she's way off in the distance. Probably a day's ride.
If I give you 24 hours, can you get me a ship?
I mean, I can get you a rowboat.
How long would you need to get me an actual spell jamming vessel?
We can probably have you one built in a couple months.
You hear a tiny little click, and then you hear Binks go,
Sorry, I don't really know how this thing works, but
Binks, not the murder. Hang on. Just give me a second.
I don't have to murder. Maiming is an option.
Well, violence. Hang on. I know. So weird me saying that. It feels off. Anyway.
Take family jewels. It'd be good for everyone.
You've changed. What happened to you in the 20 minutes that I was asleep?
Really quite boy.
You like living here, right? You enjoy this planet that you're on in one piece?
Yeah, I've grown pretty fond of it. I'm a fairly well-established entrepreneur.
And I can guarantee you that the Astral Elves have probably eaten through your fleet and are coming here to destroy your planet. We need that ship.
I mean, a ship can only be built so fast.
You have to know somebody that owes you something. You are the leader of this gang, right?
I mean, I do know a lot of people, but, they're more
You're high status, be the king of whatever you are, and we really need this ship. Ryder won't say it, but he probably wants to save this planet that his mother and you, who are apparently two people he extremely distastes, are on.
Ryder, when did you start hanging out with, astral elves?
Say that to my face.
We're making threats here. The elves are, is what my friend is saying. And they are far greater in number, and will not have nearly as much generosity and kindness of heart as we do. Which would you like at your front door?
I mean, can I also just say that if you don't have people to call favors on, like, you're kind of a wimpy boss.
I'm going to squat down to his level, first of all. And I'm going to say,
it would come up and go,
and say,
I want to see
not going with those people to fight against them. You, sir, are a coward. You sent people from your gang to go die at the hands of astral elves. You are not a man. You are a tiny coward. And we are still trying to save you. We need that ship.
And is that not generosity?
You need some ice, my man? You just got
He,
behind Aelin, like...
Just like Kevin Hart in Scary Movie 3, just being the hype man.
Anytime between the same legs, so Portia has to go like...
But, he kind of steps back and almost like he kind of blew off your comment or your remark, but you saw it definitely click. Like he acknowledged it, but he's playing the tough guy, and he's like, I mean that's a big request, coming out of nowhere essentially. But let me see what I can do.
24 hours.
24 hours.
Or you will die at the hands of this astral elf.
She doesn't kill people often. Usually she saves them, but you're a special case.
I mean, that would be the third day of the Hammer Feast. How funny would that be, Ryder?
Well, then we'll kill you before the third day starts, so you got 12 hours. Take it or leave it.
I think it is time for you to go, Cauldron.
I hope everyone called him different names.
Before you go, I have one request. Rock, paper, scissors. Whoever wins gets 10 gold.
You know what? I appreciate, some little fellow a squirrel that likes to gamble,
Squirrel is female, yes.
Fella. Rat. All right.
Whoa. Only I get to call the squirrel the rat. Play the game or leave.
All right. Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors.
Paper, scissors, shoot.
All right. I'm a man of my word. He flips you a little pouch with 10 gold.
And we do it 100 more times for 10,000.
Nah, it's a
There was
little rich
so
for my blood
we
there.
continue.
Oh.
Since you're such a fan of the verbal word,
A little rich for my blood.
I want to see him dead.
You watch as Portia says that Binks like pulls out a tiny little handkerchief and she just goes.
I want to walk. I'm gonna kind of like put my hand on Calder's shoulder to turn him around and kind of walk towards the door away from everybody. And as we get to the door and we're kind of outside, I'm just gonna turn him towards me and look at him and go, look, I don't want to be here. I'm here because my friend needs help, and apparently the entire damn universe needs help. Not my thing, yet here I am in the middle of it. All right? Regardless of what the rest of them said. If you could find me a ship, I would be great. I'm not asking for a galleon. I'll take a hammerhead if you got it. It doesn't have to be huge. All right? See what you can find. We got to go save a kid. Try and find me tomorrow or sometime in the evening. Hopefully we'll be back from whatever we're doing after that. All right? I just kind of hold my hand out to make an accord.
He reaches out and, shakes your hand. He's like, you know I'm a man of my word, and I will try to find you a ship. I just can't make a promise, because if I can't find one, then, I'm no longer a man of my word. But I will do what I can. And, I know we've had our differences in the past, but it really is good seeing you again.
I'm just going to kind of nod, shake his hand, and go, the attempt is all I can ask. And as he starts to turn, I'm going to squeeze his forearm a little tighter and kind of pull him so he looks towards me again, and in a very deep, gruff voice, go and speak about the elf again, and you and I will see each other in the ring on the third day. She's a good one. They're not all bad. She's nowhere near part of that stupid empire. Leave her out of it and accept the help.
He grabs your forearm and pulls you in closer. Kind of like in Predator, when Arnold and, they got the guns out, like,
Dylan!
Pulls you in real close, and he's like...
And kisses him on the head.
Don't worry there, little mismatch. I won't threaten your friends. But if your friends threaten me or my crew again, like I said, I'm a man of my word, and I will take all of you in the arena.
Portia's like, you promise? I'll do it right now.
Yeah. Binks is, even though they're like away,
literally meet me in the fucking pit.
Even though they're away, Binks has snuck up and is listening and is like, he's saying like no promises, and then like, but I will promise this. Like Binks jumps up and takes his other hand and is like,
we'll shake on it, but yeah, Pinky promised.
Ryder, roll me a charisma or roll intimidation.
Oh, I can do intimidation. Hold up, I gotta pull that.
I want him dead. I want his dog dead. I want his wife dead.
Dead.
Mm-hmm. No, we want his dog to watch.
I want a horse head on that boy's pillow by tomorrow morning.
Ooh, okay. That's what they call a dirty 20. I got 15 plus 5. Oh wait, I'm proficient on it. So 23.
Okay.
Dang, boy.
And with
You don't want this smoke. You don't.
Calder is, he understands where you're coming from, but he's also a very charismatic individual, very influential. And like, as he has, you both have each other arms, you're looking dead into each other's eyes. He's like, oh, little mismatch, it's good to see you. And he just gives you a little smooch on the forehead and like, let's go your arm. And he's like, all right, boys, let's go.
Oh, you son of a... Grimfrost, if you do not understand how lucky you are. And I walk back inside to the table.
as he's doing that and you're walking away, you hear a tiny little like camera flash click, and she just,
it wasn't until I bothered you. Just get proof on him. Just don't worry about it. I just have it for my records. You just don't worry about it.
So I sit down at the table and I just hold a 3 up in the air for the bartender to see, and go, all right, well, now that all that's over with, I think some shut-eye and, well, how much time we got left in the day? I think we got enough time before the shops close.
It's bedtime.
Mines, huh?
It's late.
Oh, okay, never mind. Shops are closed. I think early tomorrow we need to go get some equipment because we're going into a mine. Make sure all our gear's up to par, and we'll hit it first thing in the morning, I guess.
So before we disperse, I gather everybody together because I want to talk to them as a group. So, listen, everybody. It's been a crazy past few days, and I appreciate everybody's help. And me and Portia have been at this for a long time. But when I go in those mines tomorrow, I'm not coming out unless it's with my daughter or with answers. And I can't ask that of all you guys as well. It's going to be dangerous, and I'm prepared to give my life for this. And in the morning, if anybody doesn't want to make that journey with me, no hard feelings. I understand.
Graham, if I don't go with you, then who's gonna kill everyone for you?
Look, all I ask is make sure there's coffee on this table, or I will seriously consider not going.
We would
Yeah,
never
I'll still
send
go,
you in there
but I'll
alone.
consider it.
Yeah, I mean, it's cute that you said like you don't expect it, but like you know we're all going with you, man. Like,
We're a team.
yeah. And I'm also like I'm really riled up after that guy. So like really, if you just need to throw me at someone's face when we get down there, just have at it, man.
I can catapult you if you'd like.
Yeah.
High speed projectile.
I swear to God, if he ever says anything mean about Aelin again, I'm gonna turn into one of those medieval rats that eats through somebody.
He is lucky that I didn't ignite his entire breastplate.
Yeah, he's lucky that the two of us didn't like actually communicate beforehand.
I would say it would ignite his chest hair, but I don't think he has any to speak of.
So
now
the
that
moral
Portia's got the scary deep voice out, I will be here in the morning. I am going to bed.
Yeah, take that this anger is unresolved and just know that the two of us are putting it towards tomorrow. So we're gonna get her.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
doing like a bar peanut, like she's just like, yeah.
Like when you get off your wisdom teeth and you're
Yeah.
real thoughtful about it.
Yeah.
If Ryder leaves, which, did you leave?
Oh, I was starting to get up so I could go get a room prepared for, I guess, Grimfrost and I. Old bunkmates.
Yep.
Portia will pat your shoulder in kind of like a follow me motion, and she'll walk over to the bar with you. How much money does this man owe you?
Yeah. Technically none. The original contract was with the Thorin beforehand, and I assume he's probably down in some chasm somewhere. He's not going to be an issue any further. We got information. The only time I should see him again is to find out if we get a ship. And right now it's the only concern I have. Because after we get this map to Crux, we're up a creek without a ship.
If you had to guess. How much do you think he would need to get us a ship? Or at least rent one until we can figure something out?
His cheapest ship's going to be like $20K.
Portia's going to shrug off her backpack and take out this large bag and kind of shove it into your chest. Fuck him. 20,000, and make sure he gives it to you. Fuck him.
What's in the bag?
Enough.
Enough what? You have explosives in a deep, scary voice right now.
I do. But I know when to use them.
So that's not what's in the bag.
I'd love to put them down his throat. This is money. I trust you with it at this point, to get me and Grimfrost and everyone else where we need to go. I know how to work a ship, but not how to finagle some dipshit gang leader into getting us one. You do. I'm entrusting you with this. And I want you to make him squirm. Because I don't need this money. I just need to get back out into space. Promise me that you can do that. You see her kind of soften up a little bit.
I appreciate this gesture. This is a lot of money, like, holy smokes. You realize with this, we could get a ship with a huge cannon in the front that does crazy stuff. I am getting off topic because I thought about cannons. Anyway.
I hope to help engineer it to be even better. That's what
that would be awesome. So, I will make this promise to you. I'll take this. We'll get the ship. There is obviously something that needs to be settled between he and I. But I need you to help me to help them not retaliate against him. On the third day of this festival, there's this big fight. Huge combat. Me and him go in. I'll handle it. After that, everything is squashed. Right now, it's squashed technically, but you're giving me money, and I'm about to do what I do best, apparently. So, promise me, because these guys, it's more than just those 5. That dude shows up again, and he's ticked off. That's 20 or 30 that just us are going after. And a lot of them are pretty good fighters. On the third day, I will settle this on the third day. But all of you need to stay out of it. And this has nothing to do with me trying to protect you guys. This is an honor thing at this point. Because he and I still have business to settle. But I need you to promise me that all of you will not interfere with that. This is me and him. After that, I will take you wherever you want to go. I will blow up whatever you need blowed up.
Anything.
Look, I'm going to settle things with this guy, so I can't include him on the list. After all is said and done, it's square.
You said anything.
Okay, anything within reason.
I'll think on it.
I'll
talk to Binks. I'll trust you in this. But please don't let him know you have this money.
Oh,
I would really like to see him squirm under your boot for a little bit more.
Oh, don't worry.
My sanity, if I can't harm him.
Oh, yeah, don't worry. he's gonna squirm. He's gonna squirm a lot. But I'm gonna be the one to do that. But also, I have to keep in mind, again, for all of us, the dude's connected on the island, and Crux is trying to put together this armada or something to go after the Empire. By that time, he might have some muscle, and it's not, we might not like the guy, but the more ships we have in that fleet, the better chance we have of stopping these guys.
All right.
I lip read fine.
It's a little weird at picking it up, but thank you.
It's further than it normally is.
Yeah.
And I kind of sit there and I open up the bag and I kind of look at them and stuff, because this is probably the most money I've ever seen in one spot ever. And I go, "Are you sure you don't want to keep half and we could just go halvesies on the ship or something? Like, I kind of feel bad taking, that's a lot of money."
Halvesies between the two of us when the money's already divided is still 20,000. Do you know mathematics?
No. Did you not see the scribbles on my hand? I didn't really write anything. I said carry the one because I heard that in class one time.
I'm sure. Besides, I got this from some idiot in the ring anyway.
That was so awesome.
Thank you.
All right.
I hope it explains.
I hold my hand out to her and just go, "Thank you for being understanding. I really do appreciate it. And this money's going to go to something awesome."
Thank you for being such a bastard in the times when we need it most.
Oh, we lost
kind of what I do.
Oh, here it comes.
But she will shake your hand.
So I'll take some money out of my pocket and go, "Here, let me pay for your room. I can afford it." It didn't come out of the bag. It came out of the pocket.
I love that you guys are having this great heart-to-heart, and me as a person...
Binks has rabies, right?
No, me as a person is sitting here eating a salad with my fingers because they didn't give me a fork.
Oh, no. So the innkeeper, he tells you, to be 2 gold per room.
So did y'all want to bunk together again? Did you want to sleep separate?
I'm pretty sure we can all stay together again.
All right.
Could be nice.
2 rooms. And if you could, make sure there is a hot pot of coffee in the morning. Quite early. We've got crap to do.
Anything for you, Ryder.
Thanks, boss. Slide over. I'm going to slide over 5, just to give him a tip. Feeling generous today.
Yeah, he nods at you in appreciation. Everyone going to bed?
Please.
While I'm getting ready, because I need to do this before we get into something, I'm going to kind of sit on the bed and I'm going to use some time to attune to my hand axes. So that'll take up my last attuning slots.
Okay.
And then, unless we're going to talk before bed, I'm passing the hell out.
The only talk that Binks wants to have before bed is that she goes to Aelin and, sits, looking completely serious for once and is like,
"Listen, the next person who's mean to you is gonna die. I'm gonna go full animal."
When we go shopping tomorrow, I think I'm going to look for a head wrap because this is just getting a little out of hand for my taste.
You don't have to...
Show her the bangle. Show her what the bangle does.
We don't need to keep murdering people. That's what we're doing for bed.
No, not Binks. Not Binks is Aylin's.
I'm just saying, like, you don't deserve it because you're the nicest out of all of us. It makes me really mad. And probably I should go to therapy, but that's, we can't do that right now, okay? We gotta put the funds into a ship.
Why would you need therapy?
Because I'm always angry. That's my secret. I'm always angry.
I thought people went to therapy when they're extremely sad.
I thought you just went to therapy when you were mentally distressed.
What's
I
mentally
think I should have given Binks the Hulk gauntlet instead of Aelin.
Giant squirrel fist.
My point being, Aelin, just someday we're gonna show everybody just how good you are, and until then, I'm just gonna be angry that nobody understands it.
But Aelin, I would say you were positively terrified.
Yeah, and if you see me dragging somebody into like a dark alley right after they talk to you, don't worry about it. You didn't see anything.
Everybody knows how bad the Empire is, though, and when you look at me, you're going to associate me with the Empire, and that's just the way it is, and that's the way it's always been, but I know that I'm not that person.
No.
Oh, because Calder gave such a lovely and warming first impression as well.
Yeah.
I think that's just everybody's kind of...
He doesn't deserve to.
Kind of like...
Who wets the bed?
He looks like he can't swim.
Really?
I bet he swims.
would be buoyant.
Do you think he just drinks mouthwash?
I bet he does. I don't think anyone's ever told him he shouldn't. Maybe that's what's up with his brain.
I really hope you guys can hear every time that I drink from this water bottle, it squeals.
Yeah.
So they were having a good heart-to-heart, and I'm drinking water and just going...
I think I heard it once, but... I wasn't sure what it was, so I just ignored it.
Listen, Tom and Jay is the other person on my hit list right now. He doesn't deliver on a freaking ship in 24 hours.
And Aelin, you shouldn't have to stoop to his level. Someone as crass and callous and vitriolic as that doesn't deserve to know that there are still good people on the other side. Because he's not a good person.
I personally think we should save the whole planet and then just leave him here.
I agree.
Can we just eat him into space?
Yes.
Yeah. Him. Just him. No.
So now we have a kidnapping charge.
Like, this guy.
Yes. This is how girl sleepovers happen. Mm-hmm. This is the kind of thing that people talk about.
Start off in heart to heart and end with murder.
Yep.
Anything
The
else?
only thing left was funny makeovers.
And Pride and Prejudice.
Yep.
So Grimfrost is pacing back and forth in the room. Ryder's snoring, and he's just pacing back and forth, just thinking about everything. He's having a lot of racing thoughts. He barely gets any sleep this night.
At one point during your pacing, I'm just going to take my boot and throw it at you. Go to sleep. We need you rested. You're not going to be useful to anyone. And I swear upon all things holy, you miss one shot tomorrow. And I'm dunking your head in something. It's like...
You're right. I'm trying. This is crazy. I've never been this close before. Me and Portia, we looked, and this is as close as we've ever gotten. I just can't stop thinking about it.
Yeah, but if you don't go to sleep, I'm not going to be able to sleep because you're going to be doing the walking thing back and forth all dang night, and the coffee is not going to save anyone.
Okay. I'll count sheep. So I get in the bed, I close my eyes. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi.
Where's Mississippi?
Until I finally fall asleep.
1 flapjack, 2 flapjack.
Mississippi is a whole other plane.
So
in real life, it is too.
I think the only other thing that Binks is going to do before she goes to sleep is she's going to pull out her sending stone to Rowan, and she's going to very quietly be like,
Listen, if you see a warrant out for my arrest soon, just gather a lot of money and come bail me out because there's some people, man. There's some people. Hope you're doing good. Okay, bye.
Those are texts you get in Vegas.
Uh-huh.
So Grimfrost, as you have, kind of struggled to fall asleep, you eventually did, and you've kind of caught yourself in a dream. Okay, bear with me here. Picture the scene here. So,
like a papa bear.
you find yourself in a dark cavern, rocky, almost like a black mist kind of swirling around everywhere, and you see a shadowy figure off in the distance, has a young girl, very, almost like a scene after your daughter had been, taken from your home, and like you see that, and you see the figure kind of like took over your daughter, like took her under his arm essentially, or their arm. I don't know what they are, but under their arm, and is teaching them, kind of mentoring, protecting, if you will. You start to you see that the figure, like as they're looking around, you see these like dark purple, like glowing eyes emanating almost from like underneath a hood, but there's not actually a hood there. It's all just kind of black mist. It all kind of wanders together. When you see the eyes, you get a mixture of fear and confusion, and you're unsure if you should, trust that, the shadow has been protecting your daughter, taking care, or if you're just so enveloped in rage that your child was taken from you. And in echoes of a chamber, you hear a voice, like, think real, like soft, raspy, like on a wind, like almost like you're hearing it through a wind or something, talking to your kid, explaining how they have a important power. They're the key to the entire plan. He can teach her so many things, mentor her, but the ultimate goal is freeing Zulgara, and that she is the key. The mist kind of swirls back around, and you don't see anything for a second. Almost like kind of like you fall back into that deep sleep, and you kind of come back to almost like the next scene, and you start seeing small glimpses of a large creature. It appears to be almost like a demon of sorts. It's been kind of locked up in a prison of sorts. There's rocks all around. There's like that black shadowy mist kind of floating around. But you don't see other than these purple, like glowing eyes on this large figure, and like I said, more of like a demon or an archdevil kind of appearance. It goes back around. You hear the struggles of your daughter, trying to learn magic. She's grown in age, frustrated that she's not getting, becoming as powerful as she wants to be. You can see, she's kind of accepted that this is where she is now. She's learning, she's becoming more powerful, and maybe losing a little bit of her natural self. And you hear the voice say again, you're like, we can free Zulgara soon. We're so close. And the shadowy figure keeps pushing, and trying to get that training out of your kid. And about that time, you are kind of jolted awake in that moment, and it's very close to morning at that time. And that's where we'll come back from our mid-session break. So everybody can think on that for a little bit.
Nice.
I've never done a dream scene before, and I hope it was okay. But yeah. I just giving you little tidbits of info there. So,
dude, typically anything coherent would be considered like a great dream in my book.
Fair,
If it gives you information, that is leagues above any dream I've ever had.
I thought about having you roll for it a little bit and like giving little bits here and there, but I was like, you know what?
It's like nothing. Yeah. You go to a museum and it's all run by sentient tacos.
Yeah.
Sentient tacos.
I'm one of those.
They arrest you for
freaks.
tax evasion.
I'm one of those freaks that can wake up from a dream and be like, I didn't finish the story, and fall asleep and immediately
and
put myself
continue it. Yeah, I have that happen every once in a while.
I did not. It is going to be an entirely new episode.
Like, dreams are only supposed to last for 15 minutes. I'm pretty sure I've had them for 2 hours because I keep waking up and putting myself
I've
back
had
in.
dreams that span like a day.
Guys, bear with us just a little bit. Get up, stretch your legs, get a beverage, and come back in just a few minutes, and we will keep going into this stressful lore.
I don't know. There was kisses.
There were some kisses there. We have a whole other writer's side arc to explore. So
yes,
the whole Dream Daddy side arc.
Everybody is shipping them already. It's fine.
Oh my God.
New romanceable option. I have not heard of that game in years.
All right, guys. We'll be back in a few minutes.
I've never seen a route.
20. Why can't I roll these in game? I rolled two 20s just now and then a 16 on the other one. Oh wait,
it's the table. There's a weird curve in the table, so it's helping you out. Keep rolling in that spot.
You guys hear this? They're doing all these practice rolls. It's not going to matter in the end, but, you know.
Yes, it will, because my caveman brain says it does.
What's up, everyone? We are back, and we are jumping right back into it. We just had a info dump of a dream, And that's where we're going to pick up from, is Mr. Grimfrost kind of being woken a little early.
So I shoot up, like just straight up in my bed. I've got like a cold sweat, like heavy breathing, looking around. Ryder's still asleep. Sun's starting to come up, and I'm just trying to like calm myself down. As what happened just happened. So first thing I do, I grab a piece of paper, and I quickly just start to write down everything that I'm remembering from the dream. The shadowy figure, the eyes, my kid being older, learning the magic, just trying to jot down all these things before it's gone. But even when I'm doing that, still sweat. I'm still kind of nervously writing everything down, still heavy breathing, and I'm just trying to like calm myself down because I haven't seen my daughter in years. So to get these images is just becoming like trying to hold back my emotions and trying not to cause a lot of noise and ruckus because Ryder is still sleeping, but I'm frantically writing everything down that I just experienced.
I just kind of shoot up my head, eyes still closed. I'm just kind of sniffing. I go, damn, that bartender's great. You smell that, right? That's coffee. The coffee's ready, Grimfrost. The coffee's ready. What in the holy hell are you doing?
Ryder. And I'm like panting. I think I just had a vision of my kid. And I'm freaking out right now.
Okay, so I don't read too good, but this name right here, right there, that looks monstery, right there. The one with the Z or the X. I don't know what that is.
Maybe it has both.
They said, okay, in my vision, they said they was trying to free something. And I saw a demon, and it was a glowing eyes, and it's just, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to make of it. I don't know what to do. It's definitely some monster in wherever we're going. We're gonna have to deal with this. I mean, it was like I was in the room. This was not a dream.
Okay, so that just tells me that we need a lot of. We're gonna have to go to the apothecary. That's probably the first place. Get everybody loaded up. Let's go get the rest of the team, and we could talk about this while we get some food. Because brain no work good, belly empty.
Yeah. I this might be the most dangerous thing we've ever done. And that's saying a lot. The past few days.
You've never seen someone try to steal bacon off my plate. That's dangerous. I walk over, I just kind of knock on the door of the girls' room as I walk by, and I go, hey, food downstairs, Grimfrost, me, go eat.
That was weird because somebody did just knock on our door.
Just knocked on our door.
Way to go.
Ryder?
Joke's on you. There I am.
Ryder,
this is pre-recorded.
Hello.
This is pre-recorded.
The other room.
So I'm going to go downstairs, and there's going to be just a giant mug that would typically be used for beer, but it is full of coffee. And I am just shoveling in food into my face.
Every now and then, as you're eating, like as you're kind of empty, you can just see Binks just kind of like pick something up and sit it new on your plate.
Hey, next time we grab something, grab the hash browns. Grab those.
Fine. The beggars can't be choosers, man.
Gross. Like a hash brown patty on the table.
So Grimfrost is he's also drinking coffee, and he's like, "Listen, guys, I had a vision last night, and there's a demon, and there's shadowy figures, and we might be in some serious trouble in these caves, in the mines."
You see, when you said you had a vision, I thought you were going to tell me you saw Lady Gaga. But that's worse.
Who's that?
Just a singer, don't worry about it. She makes great music.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay, so there's a demon. Now, but I mean, do demons bleed? Because if it bleeds, I could probably still kill it.
Also, if it's a dream, it's actually reliable. It could be your brain's way of processing something that you don't know.
No, Portia, this was different. I could feel it. I felt like I was there. I could see it. I could feel it. This was something else. This was I was there. We have to be prepared.
Is there a place we can buy sage up in this, rock, this moon?
I figured we'd hit the apothecary first. And I know another shop that could get us like some lanterns or whatever, because I don't know exactly how lit up the mine is exactly, especially if it's abandoned.
I think we should get a lot of salt too, because I heard that you can make a circle of salt.
The apothecary guy might have that.
I mean, if not, we can go to the grocery store. People are just going to be having some bland food for a while.
While we're here, could I take the time to put an infusion on my bangle?
Oh God.
What does that require? What are you doing?
I'm using one of my artificer infusions. I removed it from one of my armor pieces, so my armor class does go down. But I'd like to put repeating shot on my bangle, which means I get a +1 bonus to attack with it if it's ranged, and it ignores the loading property if it has it. So I no longer have to roll to load it.
All right.
Oh my lord, it's a grenade launcher with a bottomless clip.
I like it.
Artillery.
Rob, what did we do?
What did you do?
You
Prometheus
did this.
All right, so everybody get some food. We're gonna need the energy. We'll hit up Gromley's, and then we'll go see Theron after that, and then we'll go into the mine and see what kind of trouble we can get into.
Rob, I might have to have you make like a weapon item for the bangle because it's not letting me pull it up in my inventory as something that could be infused.
Are you able to edit it? Because I just made them as rings. I made all of them as rings just to like it, because I was like I couldn't find the right piece of equipment for it, so I just made a ring. If you want to add that note on there or send me the note,
I wasn't
can edit
able
it.
to add the ring to my inventory though.
Oh really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Okay, we'll figure it out.
It's all right. I'll just say.
Just remember you have
I'll just
that
edit
property.
and say ignore that.
Works for me.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah.
So you're finishing breakfast and you're getting ready to go where?
Apothecary?
Yeah, Gromley's first to go make sure we got some health potions and ready. So I walk in and I'll just kind of throw my hands up and go, Gromley!
So, back it up just a little bit. You haven't walked in yet, okay? I worked hard on this. All right.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Where'd it go?
So you walk down into a down towards a narrow alley, and you see a small storefront on the front. But it is fascinating to the eye of each of you for different reasons. The shop front is adorned with a collection of colorful alchemical vials. The air is filled with a pleasant scent of herbs and exotic substances. And the interior is dimly lit, creating an atmosphere of mystery and intrigue. Shelves are lined with countless potions, elixirs, and curious concoctions.
I walk in the door, Grimly.
Ryder walks in. Gromley! As the rest
No
of
one
you,
is immune
as
to
everyone
charm.
walks in, Gromley is standing in there. Gromley Copper Flask is his name. He's a bearded and wise dwarven alchemist. Has these little glasses that kind of sit on the end of his nose. He was definitely the book nerd of all of the dwarves. He's well regarded for his extensive knowledge in herbs, potions, and arcane ingredients, making him the go-to expert for those seeking unusual remedies and magical enhancements. Ryder, is that you, my boy?
Yeah, it's me. What do you need? New glasses? Come on, man.
Well, you know, I've been getting older, and you know, sometimes the glasses are just for looks.
Well, y'all, so and so, how you doing? How's business?
You know, business is it's slowed down a little bit since the attack, but it was booming there for a little bit, if you know what I mean.
I figured it would have gone down after I left.
Well, the I have quite the stock of substances in the back. If you still need those.
No. These are my friends. This
Oh,
is Binks.
Welcome.
The elf is Aelin. That's Portia. Sourpuss over there is Grimfrost. We are planning on going into the mines. We got some information.
Oh,
We're looking
Lord,
for
what are you going
Sourpuss.
to the mines for?
Oh, Grimfrost's kid might be down there being held by some shady types. But I was wondering if you could hook us up with some of those awesome health potions you have, just in case, because I know it gets hairy in there.
I can probably, I have some fresh potions back here. Let me see what I got here. And he goes back. He's checking the signs on all of the different potions that he has. While he's searching, you guys are welcome to look around and see whatever you like.
So I'll walk around the shop, and I've still got that substance that was left behind by the shadowy figures in the alley.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going around the shop, just seeing if what I found in the alley is kind of matching with any of the vials that are around the shop as we wait.
I'm seeing if there's anything that might be around. Off the top of my head, there's nothing around, but maybe something could be created, if you know what I'm hinting at. So as you walk around, you don't see anything that really matches it available.
Okay. Aelin, do you think that there's anything else we're going to need? I'm just thinking about the health potions.
I have no idea, to be honest with you.
You got anything that's good for demons? You know, just like a little bit of holy water. Holy my man.
I think Gromley's checking. I think he's looking.
Yeah.
Thinking of like dust that we could put people to sleep with. That was my first instinct. Like we go, and then they'll go to sleep.
Stop.
But I don't think something like that exists.
D&D really just needs to make a begone thought potion that just sends someone away for a little bit. Like, it just is banishment.
I was about to say that's
Banishment powder.
I'm sure something can be created for that. Gromley comes back out. You know, he has an arm, like a crate, essentially, that he's carrying with both arms, full of a bunch of different shades of red potions. He's like, "Yeah, is this what you were looking for, Ryder? I got a wide variety. These ones," he points, they're a real dark red. They look like almost like a juicy red apple. And they have almost like a little shimmer floating around inside of them. And from what you're able to see, they are supreme healing potions.
Supreme.
Okay.
There's only 2 of those.
Oh, only 2. Okay. What are these ones running these days?
I just made these yesterday. Let's see. He goes back and he's checking his book and his prices, and he's like, usually these are 250 gold, but I can do 200 for you.
Okay, so do you happen to have like 5 of maybe a cheaper one?
I mean, everything I have in this crate is what I got. So to give you an idea, he has 2 of the Supremes. He's got 3 Superiors, 10 Greater Healing, and about 10 Regular Healing.
What are the Greater Healing ones going for?
About 30 gold apiece.
Grimfrost comes over with a handful of gold, slams it on the table. We'll take the crate.
Oh, what? All right.
I was gonna. Okay.
You know that 200 gold for the 2 big ones.
I got 17K.
Okay.
Wait, where's he getting this money from?
10, 20, 23. That's 25 bottles.
Let me figure up your total here real quick.
Portia, who definitely kept 20,000 gold a secret from the party, and I'm still like, Grimfrost, you lie!
You started this game together too.
You.
You think you know somebody, and y'all have all this money.
It's too tight.
Well, I mean, Grimfrost looted the rich one that I tried throwing off the ship.
Exactly.
Portia extorted someone.
So for 10 healing potions,
That's anybody in STEM.
10 greater healing potions, 5 superior healing potions, and 2 supreme healing potions, you're looking at 1,350 gold.
That's not
Grimfrost pulls out his pouch.
We are
Done.
We're going to die.
There you
So
go.
he's like, it's a pleasure doing business with you. I'll have to make a note. I'll have to make some more of these. This is good stuff.
There's no bulk discount.
And just in case, do you happen to have anything for anything demonic?
Demonic?
Yeah.
I don't think I have anything right off back. I can check my books and try and make something for you.
Yeah, if you could, please, that would be very helpful.
we got another shop we got to run to. How long do you think that would take you to do?
Probably a few hours, assuming I have all the ingredients.
Ryder, I did have a question.
Yo.
Do I need to supply the explosives for this bracelet, or does it come pre-packed with ammo?
Oh, no, you got to make those. I can only do so
Simple
much.
DM. Do I need... Because there's not like a artificer thing to just make bombs? Is there a way for me to use my alchemist supplies while we're chilling to do that? Or do I need to, like, buy something? Or am I just, like, firing spells through it? That's like how a rifle works.
Right. It would be whatever you load into it. So you would need to make a bomb or, some kind of payload that's being delivered.
Okay.
Sorry, I should have been more specific on that one.
You're good. I've never had to use it like that before. Could I use, when we're like out of this shop, I'll find a bench somewhere and get to work. Could I use either alchemist supplies, smith's tools, thieves' tools, tinker's tools, or woodcarver's tools to attempt to make a bomb?
The alchemical ones, for sure. Yeah, the alchemical ones, you can... it's not going to be tough to make, payloads. And we can figure out a fair balance payload of some sort.
What the should be for that.
All right. Well, Gromley, I don't want to put too much pressure on you, so... see what you got. We got another store we got to check out. I'll come back here in a little bit and see if you got something whipped up. If you don't, no biggie. I appreciate you looking into it.
You could probably do an acid splash potion. He's just kind of like talking to himself. And he's like, oh, yeah, come on back, boy. We'll get you fixed up.
Yeah, one more thing. Do you have some ball bearings that I could buy off of you?
I unfortunately don't. I'm sorry.
Darn. I just got a heavy little pouch of 10 gold that I swindled off some schmuck. I gotta use it somewhere.
Schmuck. Wish now?
Yeah.
Binks knows Yiddish canon.
Thrain might have something in the other store. We'll go check that one out.
All right, so Rob, what was in the crate one more time?
It was 2 supreme potions, which are I'll just give you the stats next to them. So a supreme potion is 10d4 plus 20 for healing. You have 5 superior potions, which are 8d4 plus 8.
Oh my god!
You have...
We're going to die!
You have 10 greater healing, which are 4d4 plus 4. And you have 10 healing, which are 2d4 plus 2.
You're going to suffer grievous bodily
Better
harm.
than a spell.
What was the? We had 2 of the big
Of
ones,
the
right?
supreme, yeah.
I'm just writing it down in my notes. Along with, I need you to know that earlier when you said me and the boys, when Kohler walked up, Jane and I both immediately started writing about baked beans on my note sheet.
Indeed, I
And
did.
about how me and the boys be looking for beans.
The boys.
Talk about beans. It's our
boys out here
potions.
looking for
beans. Looking for beans.
So I'm going to walk out and start heading to Thrain's equipment shop.
Okay. It'll take you a little bit of a walk there, so you guys have some time to talk.
I want to keep an eye out for any place, and it may just be where we end up going, but I want to keep an eye out for a place that I can buy some ball bearings, or even like some marbles, or even if there's like a gumball machine, like that'll work. I just need some tiny round balls. You just see her at a gumball machine just furiously throwing gold coins in it and like cranking out gumball.
Well, there is still the festival going on, so Grimfrost's just looking around to see if anybody's selling any dwarven food that he has yet to try yet.
The second day is the big feast day.
Yes.
Yay!
So people are eating a lot of stuff.
and you hear just songs everywhere telling tales of great battles and legendary dwarven heroes.
I like to think we walk past one stand, kind of like when you're in certain parts of South America, you walk past one stand and they're like selling like roasted guinea pigs. And Banks is just like,
yeah, that's rough, buddy.
Man, the first time I saw that, I was like, oh.
Oh boy.
Oh.
I just picture this as like Space's coolest Oktoberfest. And that's
Yeah,
how it plays
pretty
out in my
much.
mind, but like slightly more violent.
There's like pretzels
Pretty much.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Lots of booze, lots of food.
As you guys get down to Thrain's shop, I have a thing for him too. So as you're walking down, you see a sign that says Thrain's Outfitters and Provisions. It's a bustling store situated in the heart of the Kazamoon marketplace. The exterior is adorned with colorful banners showcasing the various goods offered within. The shop is well organized with sections dedicated to different types of adventuring gear. Sturdy backpacks and travel supplies are stacked neatly near the entrance, while survival tools and outdoor equipment are displayed prominently at the back. You see a jovial, friendly dwarf walking to all the different customers that are there. And you can see he's super happy and passionate about the items that he does sell.
I'm going to walk in and kind of go towards, I guess.
We all one after another close the door, walk in, going,
Hey!
And go over to the like survival gear, trying to find some lanterns, and I'm just gonna kind of look over my shoulder and go, try to sound disappointed.
Is there not something here to your liking?
I am just not finding a kind of lantern I like. I'm planning on going into these mines over here, and I need to cast a little bit of light.
Well, you don't want a lantern, you want a torch.
Something a little less volatile. Open flame, contained flame.
But the open flame gives much more light. Have you never traveled through a mine before? Wait, are you that Murdoch boy?
That depends. What follows the answer?
Oh, nothing is inappropriate.
Okay, then no. What do your torches go for?
We can do, 5 gold apiece.
Okay. Anything else you would recommend for those mines?
Well, how long do you plan on being down there?
Hopefully not long.
Alright, so you probably don't need a tent. Do you have rope?
I do.
Do you have grappling hooks?
Ooh.
I have one that I made out of some magic paint.
Interesting. Would you be willing to sell it?
What do you want for it?
Tell you what, I'll trade you 3 torches. You press a hard bargain, little one. 5 torches for your magic painted grapple hook.
Hell yeah, it took me like 2 minutes.
It's a little like you can tell the parts that were like definitely like kind of sloppy, but they're solid, and she just slides it across, and then it's just going.
he's tying up, a bundle of torches to hand over to you guys.
What's your climbing gear? So like stakes to for ropes and such if we gotta rappel?
I think a grappling hook would just do you. I haven't been down there in Lord knows how long, but you know, once they discovered that chaos ore, I was like, nah, I don't want any of that.
Let me get Portia. You got gloves, right?
You wear gloves, right? Yes.
Okay, so let me get 2 grappling hooks, a couple of bundles of rope, and 1, 2, 3. Do you have really tiny gloves?
But like if you have like a parachute made for like a Barbie.
He's looking at his hand. He's like, this is about as small of a glove as I got.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Just if you got a little itty bitty baby parachute.
Parachute?
Yeah, just made for the
Ryder, we be needing at least 1 grappling hook. I have been working on a new spell. Should allow you to rappel over walls and ceilings with ease.
Okay, 1 grappling hook, 3 pairs of gloves. Don't let Binks touch any of the rocks.
Why can't I rock?
Well, because everybody says this chaos or stuff is making people go nuts down there. I think it's best that none of us touch it with our hands.
I'll put plastic bags on them. It'll be fine.
So let's see, we're square on the torches. You need 1 grappling hook. What else did you say?
You sold us back the exact same grappling hook.
Yes.
Let's just get a bundle of rope and 3 pairs of gloves, and I think we'll be all
Ryder,
right.
I also have a significantly long length of rope.
Okay, 1 grappling hook, 3 pairs of gloves.
All right, let's call it 40 gold.
Done. Here you go.
I have a question. Do you have ball bearings or marbles or anything tiny? Because I have 10 gold that I want off of schmucks that I need to spend.
I did make a trade off of a ship that came through the other day, and I have this little small basket of, I guess they're ball bearings, but I was just gonna melt them down. But if you wanna pay for them, 10 gold, I'll give you the lot of 25 of them.
Yeah, get them to me, man.
And she takes them, and with her bag of holding, you just watch her like one at a time. Like she just takes them and just.
You're not putting them in your mouth.
It's like that episode of Chat. Oh my god, yeah, you gotta put them in your mouth.
Yeah,
Can you like
1, 2.
Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate all the business. Team Murdoch, back to Gromley's. Oh, crap. Go out the store.
I just heard someone in the hall just go housekeeping, and I was like, oh my god.
Did I say I've been like walking and working on some of these little bombs in the meantime?
Yeah, you're proficient enough.
Also, I did find bombs in items. So how many do you think in this time I could add? Or do you want me to roll for it?
Let's say, just to start out, you were able to make probably 3 or 4. Whatever you think is fair on that.
I will roll a d4.
Okay, that works.
I want eyeball. I rolled a 4!
Perfect.
Yay!
Perfect.
With the beholder eyeball die.
Use for uranium. Bombs.
So yeah, you're able. You guys make it back to Gromley's. He's like, "Oh, that was the quickest hour I've ever had." But I was able to find, this demon ichor. I made the recipe. I can't promise how good it's going to be, but I get to roll my D100, guys. I'm so excited.
Ooh.
Ooh, as it rolls across my desk.
The boulder is conflicted. Bonesaw's ready.
Oh my god, there was somebody at San Diego Comic-Con that was...
Were they dressed as Bonesaw?
No, they were the Cabbage Man, but they had 2 real cabbages.
Oh no.
Carrying
I
around.
saw someone with fake they just bought 2 cabbages.
Yeah, it just came in with 2 cabbages.
Nice.
Oh.
Hope they ate them afterwards. I like cabbage.
I actually don't need to roll that right now. It's only whenever you go to use it.
Oh.
Well.
So
Gromley, whatever you made, I'm sure it will work expertly.
You know,
What do we owe you?
I made this one, and I've found this old dusty bottle. I believe it's an armor skin potion. It may be beneficial. You know, if you're going down there, I want you to be safe. I don't want anybody to get hurt.
Well, I appreciate that, Gromley. What do we owe you for these?
You know, you guys bought all those health potions, so let's call it 100 for both.
Done.
I got you. 100 gold.
Daddy Grimfrost is coming in.
Gonna for something, you just beat me to it.
All right, Grimfrost, you keep the armor skin potion for you just in case.
I appreciate that.
And if we run into a demon, we got expert potion that does I don't know what yet. But Gromley, thank you. I look forward to seeing you when we are done with whatever monstrosity we are about to deal with.
We need to hold on to the potion that may cause like world-ending chaos. We don't know what it does. You want me to hold on to it? Yes.
Yeah, you got the bag of holding, so it's probably best.
She takes it, and you just kind of hear like and she's like tucking it away.
All right, and I start to walk outside, and I hand Aelin and Grimfrost a pair of gloves, and I go, look, the chaos ore stuff, don't touch with your bare hands. No bueno. All right? If we have to move any of it, at least you'll have these to help you out. Or if Portia decides to keep some for evil voice Portia to make something.
All right, so
I'm 100% making a canon that Portia has a split personality.
Grimfrost, just if you want to jot down a note, this potion, it reduces all damage you take by 10 for 1 hour. So if an attack comes through dealing 30 damage, you would only take 20.
Okay.
Ooh.
Still a lot, but that does help. Especially when you're a magic user.
Oh yeah.
Perfect.
All right. Is there anything else we need?
I don't. While we're walking, I'll start loading up my tiny little bracelet with some ball bearings.
Okay. Well, guess we
I'm just like
can't put it
loading
off.
like solid metal dice into it.
Guess we can't put it off any longer. Let's go rescue the kid.
After it's probably a 30-45 minute walk for you guys to get over towards the entrance of the mine. As you approach the front of it, you can see it's a pretty grand, wide entrance, and it's tall. There's remnants of dwarven engineering and machinery around that once dominated the mines. The walls are adorned with ancient carvings depicting dwarven life and the pursuit of wealth. There stands 2 dwarven constructs outside of the mine that appear to have either been guards or mining tools. They're dormant and their gears appear rusted.
All right, so quick lesson. These things, don't worry about them. They're not going to mess with you. They're 100%, well, not 100%, about 75% of the time designed to carry ore or help mine it. We shouldn't have to worry about fighting these things. As long as you're not aggressive to it, it won't be aggressive to you.
I don't like robots.
You don't?
No,
That surprises me.
it's too much responsibility. I don't like the idea of giving something consciousness further than just having a purpose. The little constructs are fine. This scale where things get dicey.
I get. I wasn't
I
expecting.
mean, really, the only thing they do is they pick up the rock, they put down the rock.
But they look so human.
I know, it's kind of awesome, right?
In the craftsmanship sense, yes. Gives me the creeps.
Are they like a mecha? Like, can you get inside of it?
Oh, no, you can't get inside of them.
Oh.
You might be able to. Just watch the gears when they start spinning.
Or Binks is gonna have to pilot it again.
Get in the robot, Binks.
Binks has a Gundam. Way to go, everybody. We just broke everything.
But it's only this big.
Yeah. It's like the size of a Bionicle.
Yeah. It's not even a real mecha, it's just one of those robotic dogs.
Those are awesome, though.
Have you seen the TikTok where the boyfriend is like, yeah, babe, I got you a dog, come look at it. And she pulls the blanket up and it's a robotic dog.
It's like the eye dog.
And she's just like,
Okay.
So, this might be a weird question, but Grimfrost, do you have like some kind of thing where you can like sense where your daughter might be?
It's called a fatherly instinct, and it's not real.
Yeah.
It's been so long. I wish I could sense her. I wish I could feel her, but I don't. At least not yet. Maybe as we get deeper.
Well, flying blind. What else is new?
Binks is gonna go over to Grimfrost and she's gonna climb up on him and just like rest herself around his shoulders, kind of like a, like when an animal, like when it knows that you're on edge, she's like,
So, like, if you need, like, some little biscuits, like, I'm not good with words, but, like, if you get nervous and just you need some little biscuits on, like, the shoulders, just let me know. That's it. I can give you no biscuits.
I look at my shoulder and smile and be like, thanks, Binks. I'm ready for this.
Yeah, man, we're gonna go get her. We're gonna kick anybody's ass who gets in the way.
In we go.
Oh, that reminds me. Is there anyone here who can't already see in the dark?
I can see a little bit in the dark.
How far?
60 feet.
Lovely, then you can. Can anyone else not see in the dark?
I can see like.
I need a torch.
I can see
I
a
definitely
little.
need a torch.
No, you don't. And I'm gonna come over and I almost like poke you in the eyes. And I cast
Okay, hold on. If we had an issue with me punching my mother without any response, you're just gonna walk up and just poke someone in the eyes.
I'm helping!
She just walks up like Catwoman and just starts going like
Down the line.
It's almost like you feel a weird contact solution in your eyes for a moment, but you now have dark vision for 8 hours.
All right. Oh, you guys all had a long rest if you didn't document that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
thank goodness. You go to poke him in the eyes, and you immediately see Binks' tail just go.
Now you
Oh my
can
God, Portia! I mean, warn me next time. Jesus.
Then you wouldn't have let me do it.
But
Well, all right, fair enough.
anybody else need a torch? Because I traded a grappling hook.
Wait, do we all have dark vision now?
I
Wait,
also have dancing lights too.
We're so stupid. I love magic.
We didn't pay for them.
That is true. We didn't pay for it, and we still don't quite need a grappling hook because I also can do that.
I still have my jetpack that I painted.
Yeah, we are good. Damn,
Good
we're
planning,
good.
team. Good planning.
Nice.
The 3 uses of paint have been a grappling hook, a jetpack, and a very crappy version of Bane when we first lost it.
Bane, as in like
No,
Tom
the sword.
Hardy Bane.
No,
My axe is named
Yeah.
Bane of the Leviathan.
Oh, I was like Dark Knight Bane.
yeah, no, I just painted a tiny little Bane with a weird Australian Southern accent.
Yes. That's what I expect. A
We
little
have-
Bane.
We have a teeny tiny little one running around us going, I can see the darkness. Like,
I was born Bane.
I was born in the darkness.
So as you guys start to
We're so
walk
good at Spelunking.
into
This is why we
the
love
mines
it.
themselves,
Nope.
the cavern actually opens up as you travel into the mine. The ceiling is stretching impossibly high above you. The stalactites and stalagmites create natural columns, and there's a faint phosphorescent moss that is emitting a dim glow around the cavern. As you move around the chamber, your footsteps echo eerily, creating the illusion of ghostly whispers throughout the chamber. There are a couple more dwarven constructs throughout the chamber, and they appear to be different than the ones at the front. They're more of like we'll call it a sentinel model.
Is there anything anywhere that would depict like the layout of the mine, like a map on a wall that we could look at?
Not really a map, but you do see some like very far apart torches kind of like mounted to the walls like throughout the tunnels. And I say tunnels, but it's like a tunnel.
Okay. Is there anything of note in the room outside of the sentinels?
Not off the top of your head, or not readily able to see without digging and such.
I keep going to the next chamber if nobody wants to look around.
Let's go.
As you continue walking through, granted, you've been in here now, we'll say you've been inside the mines for probably 30 minutes or so, walking carefully. You come up to a narrow bridge that looks fairly treacherous. It's spanning over a chasm of just pure darkness down below.
How long is the bridge?
We'll say 30 feet long.
Can I... is it astral step in this? Can I starlight step to the other side?
What's your range on it? And do you have to roll anything? You absolutely can,
30 feet!
All
That's
right.
why I asked.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna starlight step to the other side. Do I notice anything over there?
You don't notice anything. Describe what it looks like as you just walk off the edge of this into above this darkness down below.
So I'm gonna say, hold on. And then I'm just gonna poof into thin air, and then I want to say a very faint blue little light when I poof on the other side.
Nice.
You don't see anything. There's a torch mounted to the wall, just indicating that there is ground on that side of the bridge.
Oh yeah, but there's something on the other side.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
When you get over there, there is the scent of damp air and an acrid smell of something unnatural.
Is the bridge the way we need to go? Is that the continuation?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Binks is gonna turn to the rest of the party from Grimm's shoulders and be like,
I weigh like nothing, so let me go across the bridge and make sure it's not gonna fall out. I'll just yell at you from the other side that it's okay.
Second.
Can I also cast dancing lights, kind of, because I can produce 4 and then place them kind of 7 feet apart.
Sure.
7, yeah. So it's the bridge is lit up more, so we can see it better.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It still doesn't illuminate the darkness that's under the bridge, and as you guys are crossing, you hear faint scratching noises down in that darkness.
the minute those start, from if you're looking if you're looking at it from like a movie perspective, how you could shoot it. If you're looking up at the bottom of the bridge, you see Binks' little head just come back.
No, thank you.
There's scratches, just be mindful.
I'm gonna keep very high alert, with my ears and any smell and all that kind of stuff. Use those animal instincts to be on extra high alert as I'm scoping out to make sure that the bridge is safe.
Nothing appears to attack anybody, but you guys are definitely more on edge and uneasy.
Well, no time like the present, and I just start I'm moving across the bridge, but I'm kind of tapping my toe as I go, still trying to move as quickly as I can, but I want to make sure nothing breaks before I take a full step.
Okay.
So Grimfrost is moving very slow because he's so big. Every step, he's just afraid that something will give or something will sway. So he's at the very back. He's moving the slowest out of everybody.
Everyone's able to make it across, no issues there. You all are smelling that, that raw, damp earth and that unnatural, acrid smell. As you kind of approach the next little chamber of the mine, you see that the walls are studded with these vibrant crystals that have a purple glow. And there's kind of a strange darkness to them as you kind of look into them. There's something that is drawing to you, almost giving you false promises, but you don't know that. It's speaking to you without speaking to you, if that makes sense. They illuminate the entire tunnel with just otherworldly radiance, and there's a soft humming sound that is being emitted from them. They do appear very sharp and very brittle.
Are these the chaos ore?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, everybody, try to not touch anything, at least with bare hands. If you're gonna grab it, put on the gloves.
I'd like to go over and take my little hammer,
Of course.
and I'm gonna be over there with my thick artificer rubber gloves, and I'm gonna try to start picking away at one.
Binks is gonna crawl inside of Ryder's shirt, almost like animals do, just so that she's kind of bundled up in there. It's
just so you know, I'm not touching anything.
I'm a good child. Let it be known, I'm a good child.
Yeah, she goes in and then pops her head out from the same neck hole, just
I'm confined. I can't touch nothing.
Well, you're murderous enough. I'm afraid you touch something and then you try to murder us.
I can't. I would hope I don't try to murder you guys, but yeah.
What?
Don't worry about it.
Shit happens, bro. It's
You never know what's gonna happen.
So
How are we gonna
you're sitting
carry
there,
this?
kind of like tinking away at the ore a little bit with your hammer, and it's echoing through this chamber, and you hear the scratching noises and, you know, other grumblings in the distance.
Portia, maybe you shouldn't do that. Whatever noise that was on the bridge is getting worse.
Do it a little quieter. I'll say I've got my goggles down, and I've got one of my 5 sets of tools, whichever one you think is good for like messing with a rock.
I'm just picturing Portia literally is hammering away. Grim
Yeah.
says that, and she just goes,
Just like one of those like dinosaur fossil things, like the tiny hammer.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like one of those.
So as you're going at it a little quieter, the noises almost seem to double, and they're getting a little bit louder.
I'm just gonna kind of shake off the chains on my wrists and just kind of loosen up.
Portia, whatever you're gonna do, I think you should do it faster.
Okay, then what if I just take my hands? You said they were really brittle, right? Have I not gotten anything off of it yet?
No, you definitely have it.
Oh, okay.
Point.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave.
He's going for prosperity's sake.
Yeah. No, as soon as I get a little bit off, I'm gonna pocket it in my alchemist kit.
Okay.
And I'll put back up my goggles. Just be like, it's fine. It's for science. I would like a sample.
Okay, that's right now.
Sure.
Onward.
And she does that flare shirt, so you just see an arm just like
Onward.
As you come into the next chamber, you can see at the far end of it, there's a wall that has like 2 torches kind of built into it, a real extravagant kind of doorway in front. And it is it's a good step down. I say step down, but we're talking to get down on that level, maybe 60, 70 feet down. When down in front of this doorway, facing towards it, is another dwarven construct that has a scroll in one hand and a giant sword in the other, like it's charging into battle.
Can I want to go over and take a look at it and take that scroll. I'm going to assume it's written in Dwarven, so...
How are you getting down there?
So, you said, all right, is it 60 or 70 feet?
We'll say 60. We'll say 60 feet.
Okay. Technically, the range on my hand axes is 60 feet. I would like to just kind of slam the axes into the rock and then use them as like repelling tools to repel down.
Okay.
And then when I reach the bottom, since I'm attuned to them, I'm just gonna or kind of like shake the chains and recall them back.
Okay.
Because I never clarified that I had left. You just hear a quiet little.
That's pretty cool, bro.
All right. So I'll walk over to the construct and take the scroll and open it up so I can read what it says.
The scroll does appear to be pretty firmly, like, not that it's not paper. It's more a metal of sorts, and it's firmly in its hand. But what you're able to read on it, it says, "We're no strangers. to love. You know the rules, and so do I.
I just got freaking rickrolled by a damn dwarven construct.
A full commitment is what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this from any other knight. No. Make me a promise.
Hey now, you're an all-star. I have something I'd like to leave.
You just hear a very loud
Poetry for poetry.
Body!
You never know, that could be a call word.
About the time that you finish reading that scroll, there appears to be some dwarven letters lighting up on the sword itself for you to translate. The first line is NGGYU. The second line is NGLYD. The third line
God
is
bless America. Really, Rob?
NG
Never going to give you up. Never going to let you down. Never going to run around.
NGRADDY. NGYMC.
I thought you were spelling that like
SG.
Never gonna say goodbye.
NGTALAHY.
I don't know the last part.
Never gonna run around and hurt you or something like that.
No, it's never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye.
Never gonna tell a lie.
Around
Comes after that.
Whatever.
And as Aelin is singing these lyrics at the top, the door to what appears to be a labyrinth opens up.
Ever been rickrolled into a labyrinth?
If I had a nickel for every time, I'd have 2 nickels.
You ever been
It's not a lot.
You ever been rickrolled
Weird
so
that it's
But
hard?
it's weird. It's happened twice.
You ever been rickrolled so hard you suddenly see David Bowie in the labyrinth?
Yes. Yes.
See, I would have preferred that.
First time. How did you know?
How did you ever know?
You remind me of the babe. What babe? Babe with the power. Oh, boy.
So yeah, the rest of you guys are all up at the top still, and Ryder and Binks are still just down there.
So the labyrinth is opening up at the bottom.
Yep, the door to the labyrinth is opening up. It's more of just like a wall.
Well, Portia, can I use your grappling hook to get down there?
Not a grappling hook. You're going to have to climb down there.
All right.
Do you trust me?
With my life.
Then I clap my hand on his shoulder, and I would like to cast Spider Climb. And now you can spider climb anywhere you want.
That's terrifying.
So you're saying I can just put my hands on the wall and just go down like
You can
above.
move up, down, and across vertical surfaces and upside down along ceilings while leaving your hands free if you want to. I do
So,
intend to
Grimshaw-
go back though.
Was I?
You won't fall.
She says she wants to ride on your back as you go down.
I need to go too.
Also, your climbing speed is equal to your walking speed. So you can do it very quickly.
Yeah, do we have
Okay.
some to help? Do we have some to help Aelin?
From like high pitched
Oh,
squeaky
my
down.
athletics is terrible too, so.
It just echoes in this room, high pitched squeaky voice as she's screaming from the bottom.
Well, how about this? I do have my constructs that can climb. I can simply hitch a ride with one of those. And Grimfrost can take you down instead.
That sounds like a much better plan than me flying your stuff, so let's do it.
And I will ride the crab. I'll pretend my hair about you talking.
All right. Well,
Cajun.
hop on my back. Let's get down there.
Yep.
Let's go.
And then I will summon my construct. I'm gonna do Force Ballista. And I would like to but it's like a 5-foot little like robot, so I'll just kind of hold on to 2 of its legs as it scales down the wall.
Okay.
But it can only move 15 feet per bonus action. So I'm going down a little slower than you guys. But I'll get.
We'll say it takes you guys, probably 20 minutes for everyone to get down to the bottom. But everyone gets down there with ease.
Also, Grimfrost, you can still see in the dark for 8 hours because that's not concentration. But you have spider climb for an hour, so you can do whatever you want. Oh. Yeah, have a ball there. Go crazy.
Grimfrost, you have a gut feeling that you're getting very close to your daughter now, or at least the shadowy figure. It is uneasy from the trap. Like, you've been in this cave now, we'll say for probably 2 hours, just traveling in darker territory. I mean, you guys are all able to see, but it's still, you're way under the earth at this point, in these tunnels. The purple ore is there. While you guys are going through the labyrinth, you are relying on your instincts and senses to kind of get through. It seems to get darker and colder the further in you get. And there's a faint sound of scurrying creatures echoing through the passages, and the smell of dampness and mildew is starting to really overpower.
Ew.
Ew. After another 30-45 minutes or so of you kind of making your way through the labyrinth, everything goes smoothly. It's almost like a game, like a corn maze, essentially. It dumps you out at the end of a room that appears to be way nicer than it should. The walls are finished. There's pillars built up from the ground. It's a level ground. Think of almost like a pyramid. Like, the walls are finished, the ceiling's finished, there's pillars. On the far end of the room, there's a workstation area, a couple beds, from what you're able to see. There is a tall, shadowy figure, and as he kind of like sways over to one side, you do see a female character down at the other end wearing some dark robes, and over another little bit to the right, similar to your dreams, you see what looks to be a almost freed demon.
The thing we've all seen before. What? Rob, what do you mean by that?
What?
I think you meant for Grim, because Grim had that dream.
Yeah, no, I was talking to Grim.
Oh, sorry. I was about to be like, I don't know what that means.
No, I was talking to Grim. I'm sorry.
I figured.
You look like tired halfway through your body.
Yeah. I have a video.
It's you taking your makeup off.
I have a video to
show you later. Demon.
Yeah. I have a video.
Like, this is what I see in the room.
Yes.
Okay.
And I mean, they're probably, 100 feet or so away from you. And this is where we will end the stream. But how are you reacting to?
So immediately, like, my heart starts racing, and I start to start to get nervous, to get sweaty. I turn to the group. There's my daughter. That's got to be her. Right there. And I just freeze because I'm just being rushed with all these emotions.
Cool. Well, that's where we'll pick up next week.
Cliffhanger.
I know. I love a good cliffhanger, you know?
Keeps you coming back.
That's right. But yeah.
How can I screw this up?
Yeah.
What are you going to screw up?
This.
Oh.
How?
Oh.
What's the fastest way?
Well, you
I eat the
see...
crystal. I crunch it.
Yeah. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We covered a lot of ground in a short amount of time. But they're not, our players are not out of the woods yet. Things are going to maybe get a little messy next week. We will, we'll see. It gives me a whole nother week to do some planning. So, and now that you guys have, you know, a whole crate of potions, I'm assuming that you brought those with you.
And a grenade
on the ledge.
So, guys, tune in tomorrow for some miniature painting. Those guys are having fun over there. And they will be painting some Misty Mountain gaming miniatures that you see at the shows. And then you can get on the website as well. So check those out. I don't know if they are starting those yet or if they will be starting them soon, but I've painted a few of them myself and they're pretty cool. So if you don't hear it anywhere else, know that we love you guys and we will be back next week. And we got the charity stream for Extra Life coming up in 3 short weeks. Mike's representing the murder comments. So,
yeah.
Guys, we love you. Have a great night. We'll see you next time.
Peace and love.